And welcome back. At the box office this weekend, it was the battle of the 3D movies.
People would gather here.
What is this?
It is the mountain.
Pompeii erupted onto the big screen this weekend, landing in third place with $10 million.
You have to make me a promise. Are you done? Are you really done working for them?
What's happening to me?
Spy thriller 3 Days to Kill seized $12 million. Kevin Costner plays an intelligence officer determined to give up his high-stakes life to spend more time with his family.
Rest in pieces.
Oh, no.
Wait, no.
The Lego Movie blocked the competition to lead the box office for a third straight week. The animated movie, based on the classic toy, collected $31 million. It's raked in more than $275 million around the world. Now, Jason Gorber is a critic with twitchfilm.com and joins us as always. Jason, good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Okay, so I know today you want to start off with a star from Game of Thrones.
Well, we'll talk about Pompeii. Look, it's always good to have a disaster movie that itself is quite a disaster. Look, it's trying super hard to tell the story of Vesuvius erupting, taking out the city of Pompeii in 79 AD, and it has all of these sort of ripe makings of a really great drama. Unfortunately, it all kind of goes to heck.
Oh, no.
It's trying so hard to be something like Titanic, like something that you know what happens, and they try to add the drama. But again, I don't really like Titanic so much, so it sort of plays out the same way. It's like they're adding all this stuff to try to make a story when inevitably, you know, pretty much, spoiler, everybody on screen is about to be obliterated by the looming volcano that's in the background. So it's a little bit rough.
Any regrets at all? I mean, this cost a huge amount to put together.
It may have cost a bunch to put together, but it doesn't necessarily look like it. It actually has HBO's Rome, the TV series, looked like it had better production values. I mean, it has a sort of TV sense to it, not in a good way. And it tries really hard. By the time that the ending actually takes place and the volcano blows up, things sort of fall out in the way that you want them to. But honestly, we have so much dreariness going on beforehand, it's not really a lot of fun.
Kevin Costner, new movie with him. He's always good box office, right?
Yeah, I mean,
usually
historically he made a, and he's been doing. I really love him in these little character roles that he keeps doing. But now we're seeing the Costner return of being the star, and this is not a good one for him to come back in. We got Luc Besson writing a story, action director, writer extraordinaire out of France.
Pretty solid. He's pretty solid.
And we got McGee, the guy who brought us Charlie's Angels. So this all, and we got Kevin Costner. Why not let we got a CIA agent who's a little bit sick, and because of that is sort of nearing retirement, but sort of comes out to get his one last case. Again, there's about 20 minutes of this film. I'm like, oh my God, this might be amazing, and then it all falls apart.
20 minutes of hope.
Oh, it was just so close. And look, Besson actually directed a film called The Family, which came out last September, which again I thought was going to be terrible. Had people like De Niro and Michelle Pfeiffer in it, but it's actually a lot of fun, and I wanted it just to get that little bit edge. Never got there, so a wasted effort from everybody.
Ah, there you go. The Wind Rises, foreign film. Do you think it's going to connect with a North American audience? So
there's a dub version. Disney is bringing it out. Miyazaki has a huge fan base. This is one of, basically, to call him the Walt Disney of Japan does disservice to his prowess. He's an extraordinary filmmaker. Now, I didn't love this film. A lot of people really, really enjoyed it. I found it a little bit dull and a little bit tedious. I know I'm going to get a lot of trouble for that. It's technically going to be his last film. He's threatened retirement before, but it is a lovely animated film, but the story just didn't connect with me. It's a story of the invention of the zero, basically. And some people had sort of issues with some of its politics, in the sense that the Japanese militarism is sort of left tacit. There are Nazis there that aren't really Nazis. So again, if you start thinking about it too much, it's not a film. It's a film that falls apart a little bit. It's definitely worth seeing to see beautiful 2D animation, but the story didn't really work for me.
Okay, I know you wanted to talk about Tim's Vermeer, a documentary by somebody who's pretty famous in his own right.
Right, so it's directed by Teller of Penn and Teller fame. Penn actually produced it. And it's the story of their friend Tim, who discovers a way that Vermeer would have used potentially to paint his masterpieces. It's a mix of optics and painting. And really, it's the false divide we have between engineering and art, between the technician who invents a way to actually present this stuff and put it on. And what Penn and Teller do in extraordinary ways is shows you the trick, and you still find it magical. And this film, one of the best documentaries I've seen in years, is playing in limited release throughout Canada, and I definitely encourage you to try to find a theater to see it. It is an extraordinary film.
Okay, I got to remind people that they can follow you at Filmfest_CA on Twitter. Jason, thank you very much.
All the best.
Have a good week.